once again, the curse of hunger strikes again. I really would like to be able to work for longer stretches of time, but just every time, man, I just can't do it. I gotta eat. Rallies. So I managed to get a pre-order in for one of these bad boys. Shaboink! And when I pre-ordered it, I was very excited. I was like, these look fantastic. But then as cooler heads prevailed, I was like, yo, this is $85. So I'm actually going to give it to Brian. He's gonna buy it. But that's very exciting. I hope he enjoys them thoroughly. I will enjoy them vicariously. That'll do it for today's vlog. Thank you very much for watching. Come back tomorrow for another exciting edition of editing video. For the first time in a very long time, I opened the studio for my mom today. A, it is very unpleasant to get up that early. B, who can get up that early and exercise? Oh, more power to you, but oh, I hate it. Anyway though, since I'm up, I figured I might as well take advantage of being up and do some editing. Let's get some editing done. Why does my Windows suddenly look different? What is up with Windows, man? Just like, it updates things and doesn't even tell me. Look, this looks different, what is going on? I don't care what Windows looks like at all. Windows is the most utility of tools imaginable. What I love about Windows is that it's fast and snappy. Say you have multiple windows open, you can just do this so easily. Drag it to a corner, drag this one to a corner, drag it to the side. Oh, I love it, man. It's fantastic. It is so much faster and snappier than macOS. You can't get that in macOS because they're so obsessed with animations. But, they each have their strong points. Okay, let's get to work. What am I still talking for? You know, I guess it's really not that weird when you think about it, but the body really is amazingly complex. And the fact that it works at all is kind of a miracle. So all in all, it's probably slightly unreasonable for me to complain about the fact that I have to eat and sleep properly. But it's still, man, it's like, man, if I was a robot, I would probably just program myself to feel everything that I want to feel. You could just sit there and program yourself to have experiences. Where would the fun in that be, though? I don't know, it's a good philosophical question, because if you can program yourself to feel exactly what you want to feel at all times, and you don't have to work for it at all, is that actually a bad thing? I don't know. Because my gut says, yeah, I don't want that. I want to work for it. But my rational brain says, what does that matter? If the experience is the exact same in the end, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, you know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna take a quick pause on the editing and the music writing because I need to figure something out with my camera. So when I'm filming, you have to set the exposure correctly. You can't rely on what the screen looks like. If I relied on what this screen looks like, it's way too dark. You just don't know, right? So you use two things. One, you use your metering, and this number will show you what it thinks it should be exposed at. 0 is where you're supposed to be in general. I use that, but I also use zebras. And you see here, anything that's zebraed out, that means it's too bright and it's just gonna appear as pure white. So what I often do is if it's really bright outside, I just make sure there's no zebras. As long as there's no zebras, you're probably pretty close to what is correct. But on this last trip, I felt like I couldn't trust the metering because it said +1, but it also looked exactly right. See, when you look at this particular shot, this is all just the sky. But if you look at the metering, it says +1.3. But the difference is that you have a very bright object. And I'm assuming it's just getting confused because it's so bright. Because if we put it at 0, I'm almost positive that that is too dark. So we're at 0 right now. This is +1. That's probably where it's supposed to be at. And if we go to +1.7 and then just take out the zebras, we're at +1.3. That might be right too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull those clips into the computer and we're gonna find out once and for all. So this is the image exposed at 0. If you look at the waveform, the brightest part of the image only goes to like 80. The sky should be way up at 90. And anything that's actually a light should be up at 100. This is when the camera's meter says that it's at 0. This is when the camera's meter is set to +1. That is like perfect. It goes up to 90, the sky is nice and bright, it looks correct. But then again, I could be wrong because that blue channel It being almost at the top means that it's almost becoming pure white, so you lose some of the blue in the sky, but then again, that sky was blindingly bright, so maybe that's what it's supposed to look like. But it probably makes more sense to underexpose anyway, because if you underexpose, you can still bring the levels up. It might become a bit grainy, but you can still kind of fix it. If you overexpose, chances are the information is lost, so you can't fix it. But anyways, I think a lot of this is subjective too, so I don't really know. I'm still learning how to adjust the picture after the fact. I'm getting better at it, but still not quite completely knowledgeable. Anyway. Only have time for about a 10-minute run today. I gotta open up the studio for my mom today, and man, you know, when I was actually working at the studio, I didn't mind having to open up, close down, clean the bathrooms, any of that. What I minded, well, a lot of stuff, but a thing that really killed it was you cannot do anything else because your day is broken up into these small chunks, and in the in-between times, it's never enough time to get started on anything. Granted, if I actually did my job properly, in those in-between times I would have been working on the studio, doing advertising, marketing, and stuff like that. But I was clearly not suited for that. Woo, okay. Oh, we're climbing up there, baby. 51.9 VO2 max. Okay, there we go, let's go to the studio. Oh, do you hear that? Do you hear that? That is an electric car. Oh, oh my goodness, guys. The Chevy Volt, what a car.
Because I hadn't seen State of Play.
All right, all done. You know, whenever I'm stuck somewhere, I have a really hard time playing any sort of portable game except for phone games. So I waited for an hour for that class to end. And you'd think that whenever I have an hour to kill, that I would play my Switch or something, but I can't get into like really good games with good art and everything because I want to actually be able to focus and hear. But today, I found another game, Threes. That is the perfect time-wasting game. When you're sitting in a doctor's office waiting for an appointment, nothing like a good mindless game to just occupy the brain until the pain is over. Anyways, thank you very much for watching today's vlog. I hope you guys have a good one. Hope your weather has been nice. Weather's been pretty nice here. Anyways, business as usual. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I really would like to work. I really would. What the